Hey guys, welcome back to King Creek. I'm Stetson.
And I'm Mallory. 2 years ago, we gave you a tour of our homestead, and today we're going to give you an update and show you how far we've come. So one of the biggest improvements we've made to our homestead is our pond. In our first homestead tour, you could see it was covered in duckweed. It looked terrible. We actually ended up having an alligator in here last year. So this was a huge project. We've got a whole video on our pond transformation, so you should check that one out. It was a huge deal for us, very expensive, very time consuming, but it was so worth it because we've got this beautiful view now. We still need to do some improvements to our dock here, and by improvements I mean probably rip the whole thing out and replace it, but that is a future project and it's pretty low on our totem pole right now. But for now, we love our beautiful view. We didn't really show our farmhouse in our original homestead tour. We had so many videos at that point showing our remodel process. So if you want to check those out, we have a whole playlist called Farmhouse Remodel below.
So this is the front half of our property. It's about 3 acres out here. This is our front pasture. The driveway splits in half. You can tell I haven't done a whole lot out here yet. And the grass is super tall, so I desperately want to get cows so I can quit bush hogging. Right now I just mow next to the road, but the fences are in pretty bad shape. I've cleaned a lot of the fence lines, but I haven't worked on the fence themselves just yet. I'm hoping to get to that this summer. One of our future projects is I'm going to run water from the house out here for cows, and I'm going to go all the way to the front of the driveway with it. The other larger pasture on our property. We haven't done anything over here either yet. I've just been bush hogging, and it's actually a lot better as far as the weeds go, but it's fences and everything else like that I haven't touched. They're in decent shape. I did add a deer stand though.
This is our garden. It is 30 by 60. We doubled the size of it last year. If you want to kind of see the transformation of this over the last 2 years, we have a whole playlist called gardening. So check that out below if you want to see kind of how far we've come on that.
Improvement we made to the homestead when we moved in is we put this 1,000-gallon propane tank in and a whole home generator, so that should let us have power for about 2 weeks if all the power went out. And we planted some blackberries right here just to kind of hide it.
So this is the pool area. It was actually in really good shape when we moved in, but it was really low on our priority list to try to figure out what to do with it, how to keep it clean and clear. So before the summer, we'll definitely get this cleaned up, but for now, it looks pretty rough. But the deck itself really isn't bad. It's pretty new. It's just the pool right now that's pretty nasty. So the first year we were here, we kept up with our pool that was back here, but the second year we were over it. It took too much effort, too much time, too much money. So we got rid of the pool, we tore down that deck, and we ended up planting these fruit trees behind me. We want to extend this a little more and get a few more, but these are peaches and plum trees. In a future video, we'll probably show us fencing this area in. One of the first improvements we made to our homestead was we added this fence for our dogs. We got most of the materials for this for free, so she's not the prettiest, but she's functional.
Our house came with a chicken coop. It's not the best, but it had about 40 birds in it when we bought the house. The roof is made out of some engineered trusses that they laid on the wrong plane and then threw a tarp on, so it works. This past summer, one of our major projects was putting a new roof on our chicken coop. It used to have this big, ugly blue tarp, and now it has a metal roof. And then I also built a little nesting box so we can get the eggs from the outside. So this is my barn. We bought the house and there was some electrical conduit running on the ground, so my fingers are crossed that it had power, and nothing works in there. I think the guy probably knew he wasn't going to pass inspection the way it was wired, so I'll probably plug that back in eventually. But right now, it's just a storage shed with no electricity. It does have concrete floors, but they are very rough. And then next to it, we have a carport where I just have some other equipment stored. Behind me, we have my barn and our pergola. Neither one of them are pretty. They work for now, but in the future, we would like to tear both of them down and have one big beautiful structure that serves for both. Another improvement we made after running power to my shed, we ran power under the garden all the way out to the dock at the pond, and if I wanted to, I could hook up 50 amps to it. So this is another barn on our property. This one's pretty dilapidated. We don't know what we're gonna do with it just yet, but it has a chicken coop attached to it. It has another one of those roosting nesting boxes. It has some pre-engineered trusses in it. So again, maybe we'll do a video on making a barn for free. This one has these cattle panels around it, so I think it'd be better for having pigs. So when we get us some little piglets, this is probably where we'll put them.
So the barn behind me looks probably worse than it did in our original video, but we have raised 2 pigs in this section of the barn. It's functional, it works fine. It looks like a jungle right now, but since we're not raising pigs, we just kind of have ignored it, and it stinks really bad, so we just kind of stay away from this side. This side is completely falling in. We need to do something about it, but it's kind of low on our priority list right now. With this side still being functional, we just kind of ignore the other side.
We've done a lot of work on this side of the pond. A friend of ours came over with his skid steer and a mulching attachment, and he really helped us clean it up down the levee. And right here used to be a fence. You couldn't even see behind me before. And I'm still not done with all of the dirt work on this side of the pond, but it is 100 times better than it was.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for our homestead tour, and thanks for sticking around for the last 2 years to watch as we've transformed this homestead.
If you want to see our progress continue, make sure to like and subscribe and follow along for some more.